I spoke to Heather and Chris about the work they've been doing at Wiltshire Equine Assisted Learning Centre near Melksham.
She's not as pushy.
She's not as pushy, is she?
No, definitely not. She's much more like part of the herd now, I think.
She is, isn't she?
Different. It's incredible.
Because we had a session, didn't we, where we stood here, and she was so pushy that we put poles around us and we stood in the poles, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we had to keep her out. And it was a real struggle, wasn't it?
It was. She kept on trying to come up behind you and sneak in behind and push in.
And then George joined in, didn't he?
Yes. Yeah. They put a hoof in. You go out. They look at you and go, really?
Yeah.
just incredible.
We had to use a huge amount of energy to keep her out, didn't we?
Yes. Yeah.
Huge amount.
She did take a lot.
And we had these poles on the sides of us, and we came to the conclusion it was a bit like life, wasn't it? We had her, who's like your persistent, things that are on at you all day, got this to do, that like pressure of the day. We had George, who was like an intermittent pressure, wasn't he? He was a bit like the phone ringing, or and then we had the others kind of milling around as well, didn't we? And they were kind of there. You knew you had to do something with those, or you were aware of them, and it just felt like we were talking about it being like life, weren't we?
We were. Yeah, the different people coming in, sort of say some more pushy, some more standing back a bit. It's interesting. Plays out in the field as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And how exhausted we were.
Yes. The last couple of sessions I came home thinking, whoa, that was actually quite challenging. I had to sort of get him to go into a certain space, and I was going up going, no, come on Arthur, come on, follow me to the thing. And we said, being too gentle with him, that's kind of how I would naturally be. I gave it a go, and it's interesting because then it meant running around to say, no, you're not going to go there, no, I want you to go this way, and that persevering in it, whereas normally I think, oh well, they don't want to do it, so I won't force it, sort of thing. But it felt so different, and inside it, I felt a kind of strength coming up through, a real energy coming up through. We did it, and at the end
there was this brilliant moment in the session for me as a facilitator watching where Arthur kept trying to kick, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because that's what he does under pressure. And you were very gentle with him, weren't you? And then you got more and more and more energetic, and he turned round, he tried to kick you, and Chris went, get on! Like, sort of like that. And she looked at me, she went, I was ready that time. And do you know what? But she, whereas before he'd done that, she was like, oh, weren't you?
I know, really.
Oh. But this time he threw it at you and you went, no! And he moved on, and then you were like, yes! It was absolutely marvellous.
One of those key moments, I think, that sort of
and then
stayed. Yeah.
It was the amount of energy that you'd used.
Realising afterwards that took a lot of energy to actually do that and say, no, you're not going to do that. So I think that's going to be useful possibly this weekend, actually, for a family thing that's coming up. So it's all powerful stuff, definitely. I think that I realise that I'm somebody who can stand back a bit and not necessarily always assertive enough, or to say, right, that's it, I need some space, no more sort of coming in and trying to push in with your stuff. And actually I could sort of visualise George or one of the other ponies if I needed to sort of, and even interestingly with my parents, my mum is somebody who's just a wall of words that comes at you, sort of thing, and actually she's responded a bit differently to me, and I thought, well, perhaps it's because I'm actually not letting her. There's not in a sort of real sort of, you're not going to sort of talk over me, but there's something there that she's picking up, whereas I'm just naturally coming in. So that was fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And just in that short space of time, it's been powerful. You need to go back and reflect on what happened and how how I can use what's happened to, with clients or just in general life, really. So.
To find out more about equine assisted learning in your area, please email centre@equineassistedqualifications.com or check out our website equineassistedqualifications.com.